friends. Okay, detached chain stitches. You've already practiced chain stitches. Detached chain stitches just means rather than picking them in a row, you're going to just do one. So I'm going to do the leaves on this first flower right here because they call for detached chain stitches. So remember, with a chain stitch, you want your left thumb to hold your thread out of the way. You're going to go down where you came out, take a bite. In this case, I'm going to do a longer bite than usual because I want it to be like the leaf. Put the thread behind and pull it through. Now, if we were doing continual chain stitches, I'd go ahead and do that again. But for detached, you just tack it down. They're also often called lazy daisies because they are a quick and easy way to make a daisy, which we are going to explore again. Okay, I want 2 leaves on this one on each side. So I'm going to come out down here. And again, use your right or your left thumb to hold your thread out of the way. Down where you came out, take a bite. Thread behind the needle, pull it through. But because it is a detached chain stitch, you just tack it down. Right there like that. Okay, I'm going to tie this thread off because I want to talk to you about how to do the daisy on the top of stem number 2. Okay, in my sample there, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 petals on it. To evenly space 7 petals around a flower is complicated. And you could say, well, I'm just going to do 6 instead, but I'm going to show you how I do the 7. I do that using this tool. It's called the radii, and there's a whole set of them. But this one has 7 radii on it, and so I'm going to park it right there. And then I am going to go out to the circles and the dashed lines that are on it are so that you can keep track of where you are placing it. So first I'm going to put a dot in the very center. Okay, to make a good dot, you need to twist it. Twist your tool. Okay, and then it looks like my petals are long enough to go to not the first dotted lines, the first solid line. So I'm going to do a dot there. Now I am doing it, oops. I'm marking it currently on my felt mat. That's not my favorite place to mark it because it squishes a lot. So it's a little bit harder than if I were just doing this on a table surface. Okay, so I've marked all of those spots, and now see I have a spot that will tell me where the center of my flower will be and where all of the petals are so that they're evenly spaced and they're all the same size. Now that's not as critical with doing lazy daisies because it's okay if they're not even. But with the stitch that we're going to go ahead and do after this one, it's much more important. So let's finish up our lazy daisies. Again, we're going to take, okay, this time I need the purple thread. And we're going to make those stitches in a circle. Now I don't want to attack the center here because I'm going to need room for a French knot. So I'm just going to kind of go to the edge of where my little white dot is. Whoops. Outside edge each time I make these stitches. Okay, there we go. Okay, again, use your left thumb to hold it out of the way, go down where you came out. And remember, on that first one, it is the job of your middle finger to hold that knot out of the way so that when you go back down, you don't go through your knot. Come out, thread behind the needle, pull it through. Don't pull them too tight. You want them to kind of stay in a loop. The tighter you pull them, the flatter they get. There's not a critical answer of how tight to pull. Then I'm going to come back down to the center and do the next one. Now I want mine to be a little bit shorter than this, so I'm coming up shy of that white dot. Now, I showed you the radii tool. The pencil that I use is called a Soline White. Ceramic chalk, I don't know, they don't talk about that, just a Soline White pencil. And it wears off over time. Like when I created this originally, when I created this pillow, not the one I'm working on with you, the original one, I just let the white marks that I did wear off. They wear off rather quickly, especially with some use. But I learned in the time since I made that and when I'm making this video, so just in the last couple of weeks, I've learned that it's also water soluble. So if I were to take a little water pen or the back side of my Choco Blue eraser, and I could, whoops, not the blue side, the other side, I could touch those dots and that will also erase those little white dots. Okay, so keep going with your detached chain stitches, and when you get to the cone flower also has detached chain stitches. I do the center one first, and then I just do one on each side, and then we'll be back for French knots.